Hi, Resul here. This week is the third week of April 2025 and I'm coming to you from the beautiful McKell Park in Sydney, Australia. So today's discussion point is actually a question, and that question is, who are we actually building the robots for? Like seriously, it seems like a basic question, but when we look from the human-centric robotics, there is a human element in that equation. And what does that human stand for? Who is that human? It is not just robotics, it is human involved in that robotics and human being in the center of applications and solutions. Therefore, today we'll discuss upon this topic. I will give you some examples of different perspectives, different people. Obviously, from my perspective, how I see that human, I can separate it into two groups. First one is engineers, and second one is the regular users. Well, fundamentally, there is a difference between how engineer sees a robot and how a regular user sees the robot. Obviously, from the engineering view, a robot who has lots of features like LiDAR sensor, camera sensor, or any other features will make an engineer get excited and motivated to use the robot. For example, a robot dog that can do a backflip in the elevator, that makes an engineer very excited. But let's look from the other view of regular users. What does that mean for being a human as a regular user and see a robot from that perspective? Well, the regular users view a robot in a manner of making a benefit. So they will obviously ask a question of, what does it do? Does it help? Or does it benefit me as a user? So they really don't care about what features the robot have, and they really don't care about what robot is equipped with, or whether they can do the backflip in the elevator, because they really care about the usage of the robot, and of course the benefits of the robot. This reminds me of technology adoption lifecycle. It's a curve that shows how technology is spread. Technology adoption lifecycle really differentiates between 5 groups of people. It's not only about solving a problem, it's actually about adapting the solution to a majority of people. And in that way, visionaries play a crucial role in taking that solution that engineers, innovators brought up and come up with to the majority of people. The obvious question is, do we ignore visionaries? Do we design algorithms and robots just from the engineering perspective, just from the innovator perspective? Well, another example I would want to give you from the engineering perspective is that maintenance is a good thing for the engineer, not for the regular user. What happens is, when there is a maintenance, engineer becomes happy, let's say, because now there is a chance for engineer to solve a problem. There was a problem, maybe a software bug, or maybe some parts are not useful enough. Then the robots are called and engineers update the program to solve a bug or update new parts so that it becomes a brand new robot for the engineer. I think it's worth asking a question, like seriously, it's worth asking a simple question. Are we designing robots for sake of creating a new technology and being just the innovators? Or are we also considering the perspective of Visionaries and the rest of the world. Almost a year ago, early adopters, Visionaries came to our lab, and we presented our demonstrations, what capabilities our robots can do. And then obviously they said, it's great that you have integrated AI, it's great that you have integrated new features, but how does it help? What is the benefit? How can I apply it for majority of people? And they asked the question of what is the value? During the time, almost 1 year ago, we couldn't answer it. We didn't have the perspective of Visionaries. We were engineers, and we were really good at knowing what we are doing and solving problems. But it really stuck with me, that question of what is the value. Like, I can give an example on this. Imagine a hammer. Take a hammer and give it a Wi-Fi, a camera, or any kind of AI feature. Then ask yourself a question. Well, I added a lot of features on this. What is the benefit? Did it really bring a new benefit to the previous usage of the hammer? Therefore, it's kind of interesting to look from different perspectives. Especially, it matters a lot. It makes a huge difference between looking from the innovation perspective and from the perspective of the Visionaries or early adopters. Look at that view, isn't that beautiful? It's Darling Point in Sydney. You can take a ferry from here and it goes to Circular Quay, close to the Harbour Bridge and Opera House. Innovators, we build for possibilities. Visionaries, they buy for results. They buy the technology, they buy the robots for the results, for the value, for the benefits that those robots and technology brings in. Isn't that beautiful? Catherine Hamlin in Darling Point, Sydney. It's a beautiful ferry. So yeah, beautiful sunset of Sydney. Anyway, that's it from today's discussion, and I'm really curious what do you think. Leave a comment down below and like the video if you like, and I will see you in the next video then. Bye.